Hey everyone, I'm Jossum Sauce.
And I'm Tyler Salt.
And welcome to another episode of the Game and Guess trivia show where we put together some old school retro video games and some new school trivia. Today we've got Tyler Salt.
Entertaining.
Yeah, and hopefully it's entertaining. That's always the goal. Today we've got Tyler Salt playing the Batman in honor of the Batman. Game. That's right, for NES. So he's going to jump right into it. Have you played this game before?
I've not. Other than like the 10 minutes that I've been playing it while we've been getting set up. No, I have not.
Sweet.
I have seen a speed run of it. I think it was speed run at a GDQ recently. So I saw some of that, but I have not played it at any.
It's a great game.
So
it's great. And we were talking before about how the color palette is just stunning for a Nintendo game, and the music is good.
Yeah.
So it's lots of good
stuff.
stuff.
Bops, the soundtrack.
All right, so today we've got 20 questions, 5 points each. We're trying something a little different the last few weeks. Not trying to do the thematic rounds, but just sort of go into it question by question. So play along with us. 20 questions, 5 points each. Let's see how you do. We'll have some scoring at the end. So Tyler, you ready for these?
I am absolutely ready.
Awesome. And everything has to do a little bit with Batman, but you'll see it's really, like every episode, calling it connected to a topic is a stretch. So, starting with number one, let's talk about this. We're doing this because the Batman movie is now in theaters. We're not.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Neither have I.
I've heard it's really good.
I also have heard it's really good. So
So eventually we'll see it. But so starting with the first Batman movie in 1989, let's go with that one. I know there's the one from the 60s that had a movie, but let's start with the one from 1989, and including the new The Batman movie.
Yes.
How many live-action movie Batman have there been?
Okay, so not including the 60s one with Adam West.
Right, and we're talking live action, so no Lego Batman.
Right, okay, so you've got Batman. You've got, I believe there was a
Yes,
Batman
the question is about Batman, you're right.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
I believe there was a Batman 2? Maybe not.
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Thank
sure.
you. Okay, so that's right. That's what it's called.
And
Batman in no particular order. So Batman Returns, Batman Forever.
Yeah. So
Batman
let me make sure
Robin.
you're real quick on the right page because I know where you're going. And how many Batmen have there been? Like how many people have played Batman?
Oh, how many actors?
Yes.
Have played Batman. Okay. All right. So you've got your Val Kilmer.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your George Clooney.
Yep.
You've got your Christian Bale.
Yep.
You got your Ben Affleck.
Yep.
And you've got your Robert Pattinson now.
Yep.
And oh man, is there another one? Chris O'Donnell was involved in one of them, but he might have played Robin. All right, so I'm gonna say 5 then.
Nope.
Clooney, Kilmer. No,
it's 6. Michael Keaton, the original one.
Michael Keaton. Oh, I forgot about Michael.
Skip the original one. And he's gonna come back in the Flash TV show or movie. I'm not sure, but he's reprising it. So 6.
I can't believe I forgot about Michael Keaton. That's embarrassing.
6. That's right. You got them all except from the original, but that's pretty good. I would have liked to have also named the Batman movies, but we're going to get to those as we go through, I'm sure.
All right.
That was good. All right, so no points there. No Bat points, because everything in the 60s was like the Bat computer, the Bat pewter, the Bat phone, the Bat everything, Bat floor.
Bat crime repellent.
That's right. Bat dance break. Bat pow. All right, so back to the new Batman movie. And I promise all of these, for folks at home, all of these are not about Batman movies. Just some of them at the beginning are going to be about that. So the new Batman movie stars Robert Pattinson, right, as the Caped Crusader. We know Rob from the Twilight series as a shiny vampire, but he also played Harry Potter's schoolmate Cedric Diggory in which Harry Potter movie?
Oh, the best. So I haven't. We've discussed this. I haven't seen any of the movies, but Cedric Diggory is my man. Hufflepuff Pride. And that's my happens to be my favorite book in the series, Goblet of Fire.
That's right. 5 points there. Very good. Wasn't a fan of Twilight just because it wasn't for me.
Brought it
back.
We're not the target market.
That's right. Brought it back as Cedric Diggory. What a bummer. Got us back in there. All right, good little boss
Who the heck
here.
is this guy?
He's the Flying Man. I mean, doesn't everybody know the Flying Man from all the comics?
Classic Batman villain.
All right. That's all right. He bursts into flames when you die, just like traditional Batman does. But at least you get to start right here at the boss.
That's true.
And you know, everybody knows now the cat's out of the bag. We use emulation, so save states, as you saw, save state.
I forgot which button.
That was not a video edit. That actually happened. All right. So let's go with number 3 here. So Batman Beyond. Have you seen Batman Beyond?
Yes. Yeah.
So that was the one that was the successor to the animated series and a couple other Batmans, where Terry McGinnis steps into the role in the year 2039. So we're getting close to that, with a 70-year-old Bruce Wayne as sort of the Alfred role, advising him.
Yeah.
The voice of Terry McGinnis is Will Friedle, who is known for playing an older brother on what hit 90s TV show?
Oh, jeez. I have no idea. I have no idea. The name rings a bell, but what hit?
Yeah, definitely
90s
hit.
TV show.
Definitely. And if you need a hint, I can give you one.
I would love a hint.
Well, we are recording this on a Wednesday, but you'd probably prefer it to be a Friday.
Okay, so it was on a TGIF show. I don't know. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I'm gonna embarrass myself.
It's all good.
Make a guess.
Boy Meets World. He was
Boy
Eric,
Meets World.
the older brother, on Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah, great show. That's definitely a hit show. Yeah, definitely a hit show.
Definitely a hit show. Definitely, definitely. I'm in the target market for that for sure.
There's a lot of good.
All I know is that the best part about that show that I know is that William Daniels played Mr. Feeney, and also famous for playing, much more famous in my neck of the woods for playing John Adams in the Broadway musical 1776.
Right.
All
right, question number 4. So a few weeks ago, we had a question about the Joker, which we know has been famously played by Mark Hamill from Star Wars. Luke Skywalker, which was his character, was, of course, the main character of the 3 main movies. Was a little bit present in the sequel movies, but of course his father, Anakin Skywalker, was the main guy for the prequels.
Yes.
What were the names of the mainline 3 Star Wars prequel movies?
Oh, the prequels?
Yeah, the Skywalker prequels.
Yeah, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Very good, absolutely. Awesome. So like I said, we tried to connect it to the topic. We went like four-step directions to get to this question.
Yeah.
As you're back fighting the Flying Man.
We'll try not to load
out of
save
state
this time.
All right, question 5. Speaking of the Joker, back in 1992, in Batman the Animated Series, which we've talked about a couple weeks ago, Joker was given what was supposed to be a one-time comic relief lackey. But the lackey was very popular, as you take a flaming death there. The lackey was very popular and grew to become Joker's primary sidekick over the years. Who am I talking about? Started out in the animated series.
Harley Quinn.
That's right. Yeah, which I was amazed to find out.
It's like, oh wait, no, it's Harley Quinn. Okay.
Which I was amazed to find out was not a comic book character. It was she was made for the cartoon.
Animated series. Yeah.
The more you know. I mean, it was meant to just be like a throwaway, and it just worked out. And now it's
she's had, I think, just as much staying power as a character as the Joker has had.
Yeah, for sure. It's a combo.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're up to 15 points now. Going to question 6. So the Joker, some more on the Joker, is of course, plays on the idea of a jester or deck of playing cards. The Joker in a deck of cards, always using cards in games, right? So let's talk about playing cards. In particular, Texas Hold'em, which is used with standard deck of playing cards. We know that the Royal Flush is the highest hand a player can get in Texas Hold'em. What's the second highest hand?
Is this one of those things? I think it is. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of those things where, because the Royal Flush is just a particular straight flush, right? But I think that straight flush actually loses to 4 of a kind, and then a Royal Flush is better than that. So I want to say 4 of a kind.
No, it actually is a straight flush.
Oh, is it a straight flush?
Because you still have to have 5 cards. So that's still, even though there's 4 in there, I assume that's where the statistics come from. So It's full house, 4 of a kind, straight flush, royal flush.
Oh, huh.
So no points
Okay.
there. That was a tricky one because
Yeah.
I would have thought 4 of a kind would be next because it's like, of course 4 of a kind, but the number of cards you need to hit influences that quite a bit because it has to be in a line and the statistical odds.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, I don't know, 4 out of 52 versus whatever 1 plus, 1 out of 52, 1 out of 52.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know
Now I'm out
math,
of ammo.
but that's
This
just
is
what
gonna
it
be
is.
difficult.
Someone in the comments is like, Jaws, that's not how the math works out. And I don't care because that's just what the answer is. Awesome. All right, number 7. You're up 15 points still. More Joker, kind of. The Joker's a card-flinging villain in the DC universe, but in the Marvel universe, we've got a card-flinging hero that's a member of the X-Men. So let's name the X-Men character whose power is the ability to manipulate and charge small objects like playing cards with kinetic energy.
My favorite from the 90s X-Men cartoon, the Raging Cajun himself.
That's right.
Gambit.
From New Orleans, Gambit. You got that right. Right on. 5 more points to you.
He was absolutely my favorite.
Brings you to 20 points. Nice.
Oh, 20 bat points.
20 bat points, of course. All right, well, we talk about no fear. So question 8 here while you're trying again.
Yeah.
So as we saw in the Dark Knight series of movies, Batman harnessed his fear of bats to become a powerful crime fighter. What's the most common fear among Americans?
Ooh. My guess would be spiders. Spiders.
Yeah, arachnophobia. That's right.
Yeah.
1 in 4 men and 1 in 3 women.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Are you afraid of spiders?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of spiders, but I not a fan.
Yeah. You're not like welcoming them into your hands
No.
as like a pet.
No.
Yeah, I'm not. I
But
probably.
I don't like
Yeah.
do the whole 50s housewife get off a chair and yell eek thing,
No, I mean I'm not at that level, but I'm definitely like at the pet store. I try to stay away from the tarantula display.
Yeah, I
and,
don't need that in my life.
Yeah, so I probably would put myself in there. I mean, the point is like if there was a spider crawling on the floor towards me, I'd be freaking out. So that's probably arachnophobia.
That's probably arachnophobia. I would not be freaking out.
Yeah.
I would.
It depends on what it is. I mean, like a little house spider. I'm like, hey, little buddy, thanks
Come
for
on,
eating the
man.
flies. But the,
Right.
the wolf. I mean, in Michigan, we're lucky. We're fortunate. Me being in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. The biggest thing we have is like tiny giant wolf spiders that are helpful. Like you're like, cool, get all those mosquitoes, but they still look crazy. If I was down
I'm
Texas,
sorry.
you go
the
for it. Man.
Batmobile had a machine gun.
It does.
There. That's Batman. Famously, not a big fan of guns.
In the old days, though. I mean, in
I guess
the
he has a
90s,
gun
the
here.
old days of the 90s, by the way. All right. So let's talk more about bats. So true
Okay.
or false? Vampire bats actually drank blood for sustenance.
True.
Yes, and I saw a wild stat. It was like they can drink like 20 cows worth of blood.
Oh, jeez.
Like it's just this insane stat.
No wonder they made legends about that. Holy crap.
So
20 cows
yeah.
worth. In how much time?
I don't know. That's important, but I did not catch
That's really
them.
important. Like 20 cows worth in a lifetime, in an hour, like. Oh, man.
I think it's a lifetime, but
right.
I'm not gonna. That's not the question, so I didn't do that full research. So I'm 0 for 2 on completing the research tonight on questions. So it's good.
That's all right.
All right, number 10. You're at 30 points right now.
Let's go.
So more bat. And I get to say this and have it be appropriate, but let's talk about being batshit crazy.
Let's
and
do
talk
it.
about bat guano, which is
Yeah.
actual bat shit.
Yes.
So bat guano had a legitimate purpose or an actual, functional purpose during the American Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
What was it used for?
I think it makes explosives. You can make it, or no. You can make saltpeter out of it for gunpowder.
Yeah, gunpowder.
Yeah.
I would have taken explosives. They used it for
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah, Texas. So bats were apparently rebels. They were part of the Confederacy for the most part because Texas had these huge caves full of bats that they could harness the bat shit. So the South is bat shit crazy. I didn't say that. I didn't say that on the internet. Did I?
Sure you did.
35 points to you, sir.
Yes.
As we get halfway through now, you're at 35 points out of a possible 50. That's pretty good. It's
I'll
pretty good
take
so
it.
far. All right, question 11. Let's talk about 90s Batman. So we got a little bit about old 80s Batman, whatever. The 90s were full of the cheesy ones.
No.
Right. But they had some pretty good soundtracks.
Okay.
One of my favorite Batman songs is from Batman Forever. That's that "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Baby. I know, it's good. Yeah. Seal. That's right. It's just good. I don't know why. It doesn't feel Batman-y, but it just feels...
It's a great song, though. It's a great
It's
song.
better than that, like, Gotham City, City of Justice. Like, it's like from one of the later ones. Think Batman and Robin. Anyway, Seal was married to a famous model for about 10 years. She was a judge on America's Got Talent and Project Runway. Named Seal's ex-wife.
Heidi Klum.
That's right. Very good.
Yeah. I was a big Project Runway fan for a long
Cool.
time. Were you?
Nope, didn't even. I actually never really heard of it other than by name. So.
Oh yeah, great show. Yeah. One thing I like doing, and this is a part of why I like speed runs and watching people play video games on the internet, is I like watching people who are really good at something do the thing that they're good at. Right? It's like why I like sports.
Cool.
And Project Runway, big time like that.
That's fair. Yeah, it just wasn't never in my. I don't know, the channels I watch, basically. Like...
Yeah, sure.
But I do like catching, the occasional home makeover type shows where they're doing, like, refurbs and stuff. And it's like, wow, like, how did you even come up with that idea for that wall? So I get it. I can definitely catch what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, you're at 40 points now. Let's do number 12. So more about Batman Forever. That was the movie that had two villains, which is amazing to think about. Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face Harvey Dent. Like, those guys were in a crappy, cheesy Batman movie. Like, the 90s were awesome.
90s were wild.
I just remember, like, Taco Bell doing a bunch of giveaway. I just was like,
no.
Oh, man.
I gotta save a state when I get up to the top of that thing. That's too bad to... I don't want to have to do that again.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about Tommy Lee Jones here. He's been in a ton of great movies like Men in Black.
An all-time great.
We would love The Client, of course. Any John Grisham related movie is good for us as lawyer folks.
Yeah.
But one movie that didn't do so hot was one of those trendy mid-90s natural disaster movies. What natural disaster was the movie about, which is also the name of the movie?
Oh, it's also the name of the movie. Because I was thinking, the movie that came to me was Dante's Peak, but maybe that's not Tommy Lee Jones, because that's also not the name of a natural disaster. Was it? Volcano?
Yes, it was Volcano.
Was that
your answer? Oh man, I give it to you. That's fine.
Yeah,
you're in the realm.
Yeah.
You were gonna get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just give you 1 point. But no. Volcano. Yeah. I'm gonna give you that one.
Nice.
Which is a 45. That was the same time. Pierce Brosnan was Dante's Peak.
Pierce Brosnan was Dante's Peak. Okay.
Both stupid concepts, but great movies to watch for that kind of like you're just gonna like walk through the water while it's turning acidic and you're gonna survive, whatever. But that was like Twister.
Twister was great. Don't you dare.
No, I mean the the natural disaster fad.
Yeah.
Right? Mid-90s, 95, 97 was like just tons of... I mean, I can't name any offhand anymore right now, but like there were definitely more, let's do like realistic natural disaster things that were happening. Volcano was the one in LA where they end up, to spoil a 30-year-old movie, they blow up a bunch of steel towers that are just the frames to guide the lava to the ocean instead of through the city.
Sure.
Because the volcano erupts in the middle, just cracks open in the middle of LA. Tommy Lee Jones is like the FEMA director. Yeah, like you do. Anyway, Volcano was the answer. I'm gonna give that one to you. It's fine.
Good. I said Volcano. I would hope you would give it to me. I got it right.
You were about to say no, and then that wasn't it. I didn't let you keep going, but we're not gonna. You got it, man.
All right.
45 points to you as we go to number 13. So Batman Forever was really cheesy, but Batman and Robin, that's the movie that came after that. And that was the last kind of cheesy 90s movie before we got to the hardcore ones with Dark Knight. That was it had one of what I think is the most groan-worthy reference jokes in the entire Batman universe. Batman whips out his Bat credit card, calls it the Bat credit card, at a charity auction to buy a date with Poison Ivy, and says with a smirk, "I never leave the Bat cave without it." That was a riff on a commercial for a credit card that had the tagline, "Don't leave home without it."
Never leave home without it.
What credit card company was that tagline for? I mean, you got like four.
No, I know. There are only a couple
possibilities,
options. I think it was Visa.
American Express.
American Express.
Never leave home without it. Or don't leave home without it.
Don't leave
Yeah.
home without it.
And so he whips it out. He's like, that was Batman and Robin was like the epitome of cheese. That's when it got
for sure.
like really, because it was Mr. Freeze as Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Arnold Schwarzenegger, man.
and everything was a nice pun. I mean, people
chew.
hate those movies, but I love those movies.
They're
so
very
funny. If you know what you're getting into, then you know it's good stuff. As you got these little like Star Wars rats with needles happening in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what those are about. They're just like little bots. They're just running around.
All right, so you're at 45 points. Still, we're at number 14. So this Batman game, we're gonna switch gears to video games for a second.
All right.
This NES game was published by a company called Sunsoft. They made a bunch of games, for Sega, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, but mostly disappeared, sold off all their games, their series, because they went into bankruptcy. But they made their games have made a comeback in recent years. One in particular has kind of become a reimagined series. Still has the same name, but it was actually one of the first digital games available for the Nintendo Switch when it came out, a few years ago. Mm-hmm. What game features a boy named Jason who's pulled into the ground when chasing his pet frog Fred that was also made by Sunsoft?
What?
What game? The first in a series.
I heard you. You can say it again for the viewers, but I definitely heard you. That's not why I said what.
It was one of the remake of the reimagining words of this series was like a day one game digital for Nintendo Switch.
For the Switch.
It was made by Sunsoft originally, back in the day for 8-bit. And the plot is a boy named Jason's pulled into the ground while he's chasing his pet frog named Fred. What's the name of that game?
I have not the foggiest idea, Jaws. I have never heard of anything even close to this.
And I bet you have heard of this. It's Blaster Master.
Oh, I have heard of Blaster Master. But
so Blaster
boy,
Master Zero was the remake. Yeah.
Boy, could I not tell you anything about Blaster Master, or its story, for that matter.
Intentionally left out the part where when he chases the frog, he sees a tank and he's a tiny guy in a tank. Like that part's really important.
That is really important. I still would not have gotten it. I didn't know they remade Blaster Master.
Yeah, Blaster Master Zero is a reimagining of the series, and they made 3 of them now. Anyway, no points there. Still doing good here as we go to question 15, as you are in the inside a computer, I guess, now. So maybe you're getting towards Brainiac or something. Who knows? All right. Although Robin doesn't appear in this game, we wouldn't be having a proper Batman trivia night if we didn't talk about the Boy Wonder in some way.
The Boy Wonder.
There's been a few different Robins over the years, but what's the secret identity of the first Robin, which was played by Burt Ward in the 1960s TV show?
I believe his name, just a fantastic name for a character, Dick Grayson?
Yep. Richard or Dick Grayson, you got it. That's the first one. He later became Nightwing, leader of the Teen Titans, all that good stuff, which we talked about, I think, in episode 1. We talked one of the early episodes we had super stuff. So that was Super Bowl. We talked about that with the football game.
Oh, okay.
Gotten into some superhero stuff. It seems so long ago, many weeks ago.
Many weeks ago.
All right, it's up to you. Are at 50. You're in the 50-50 zone right now.
Heck yeah.
With still 5 questions left, so that's pretty good. You have a chance to still score in our above average category here today.
You love to see it.
Number 16. Speaking of that 1960s Batman show, Batman was played by the beloved Adam West.
Yes.
But we don't care about that 60s show because we're going to talk about his role on Family Guy. He was the mayor of Quahog in 118 episodes.
Yes.
Another famous guest star on Family Guy voiced Peter's boss, Angela, in 25 episodes of the show. Name that voice actor.
I could not possibly begin to name this voice actor. I was never a Family Guy guy. I knew about Adam West, but here, let me see if I can take a...
If you like a hint, I can give you a hint.
I will take a hint.
This person was in a movie that we've already talked about today.
Okay. The movie that we've already thought. So it was in a presumably a Batman movie. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Is it... Nicole Kidman?
No. Carrie Fisher, because we talked about Star Wars.
Oh, of course. Oh, Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
I think I did
late
know
Carrie
that
Fisher.
at some point.
She was really involved in some of the writing, and she was really involved in Family Guy as well. So it's kind of cool.
I know it.
All right, so number 17, still at 50 points. Back to some more questions about Robin. Well, I should say the bird, not the boy. Robins are viewed as, here we are, and we're recording this at the end of March. It's springtime now. Robins are viewed as the traditional harbinger of spring because they, north to south migration patterns, especially around the Midwest. And talking about the Midwest, which state has the robin as its state bird?
Well, God dang it.
Is it a one-shot kill? Is that?
I had loaded.
Oh, your state has no life.
State.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but now I've got it. I'm gonna say the great state of Michigan.
That's right. Michigan state bird is the robin.
Nice.
I just saw one today. It's a nice sight when you see that. Awesome.
I have no idea what you're supposed to do on this level.
No, this is
wild.
nonsense as they run you into the. Yep, that's great.
Oh shit! I just saved over the state. Now I gotta go through the level again.
Oh man. All right, so
Man, that sucks.
number 18 here. So let's shift from spring. We'll go back to winter with a Christmas question. This one's kind of funny, and this could be a freebie or not, depending on your life experience. But finish the following Batman-themed parody of Jingle Bells. Did you know I was going to this?
Yes.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, the Batmobile lost the wheel, and what?
Oh, so I wanna. I feel this feels like the sort of thing where there might be regional differences here.
Really?
But I don't know. And so, but what I always grew up hearing was, and the Joker got away.
That's right. That's the only thing.
Good.
And the thing is regional difference or not, this is what they promote around Christmas time with the animated series. So there are commercials where the Joker is singing that. Mark Hamill, the Joker, is singing that song as like a, kids, WB, come watch the Batman show. Yeah. So that there is an official, I would say an official canon version of that song based on the commercials. And yes, the Joker did get away in Jingle Bells there. So yeah, put you at 60 points. So we just talked about the Batmobile losing a wheel there. Let's talk about cars. So this is question 19. The new Batman movie features a Dodge Charger as sort of the core of the Batmobile, which is a Chrysler car. And the Batmobile was depicted in the 90s movies by modifying several other Chrysler vehicles and some Chevy vehicles too. But Chrysler is one of the original big three automakers from Detroit. Went through some trouble and was sold off to Fiat. That created Fiat Chrysler. So going deep on this one, not even sure who would know this, but just going to go anyway. Last year in 2021, Fiat Chrysler merged with a French automaker to become what one word global conglomerate?
Oh. The only French automaker I can think of is Renault. So I'm just going to say they became Renault.
Stellantis.
Stellantis.
Have you heard of that name before?
I have not.
Okay. This could be my Michigan bias destroying this question for us all. But hey.
That's all good.
You know what? Someone might know that.
Yeah.
So the Dodge Charger is the Batmobile, and Dodge is a Chrysler brand. I had a PT Cruiser, which was also a Chrysler car.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, they were great, except they were just, not quite done.
No.
It had some huge suspension problems, which were well known, but I love that car. It was big. For a big guy, I'm 6'6", it was a really good big car. Because it was like a small car. SUV. It had like more car fuel consumption with the... This is a hard game, man. I'm just really watching this. I'm like,
game. I mean, I don't even know how to finish that boss. I finally got up there. I think I probably have to kill the little guns to do it, but those guys took so many hits.
Yeah.
Wild.
All right, so you're at 60 points. Last question here, number 20 already.
All right, let's go.
There was, and it has nothing to do with Stellantis, so don't worry. There was a pretty successful Lego Batman movie that kind of spun off from the Lego movie, featuring Will Arnett, Sarah, different comedy from what's the name of that? Arrested Development fame,
Arrested
right?
Development, BoJack Horseman.
That's right. So speaking about Legos, the standard box of random Legos, that starter set that you can get, this pile of Legos, has a famous suggested age range on it. Starts at 4 and goes to what age?
94.
99.
Nah.
4 to 99. And it's meme-tastic because there's lots of pictures of 100-year-old ladies celebrating their birthday, and they say no more Legos for you.
Oh, okay.
So
very good.
4 through 99 is meme-tastic range. That's okay. You ended up with 60 points. Still got 60. You're above the 50 range, which is always important. It's good stuff. As long as you're above me on the Earthworm Jim scale, which is now the new low, you're doing good. All right, let's talk about how you did there. So let's do our scoring here. All right, so here's how you did. Let us know in the comments how you did based on your score here. 0 through 20, you're dumb. I got a spit take on that one. That's great. Also, I learned that it's da-da-da-da-da-da and not na-na-na-na-na-na. So apparently that matters.
No,
if you Google
disagree.
the lyrics of the Batman theme song, you get da-da-da-da-da-da.
Google is wrong. Everybody knows that it's na-na-na-na-na-na.
Right. Or it's that one where it's like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, like the meme one with the Adam West Batman from Like You're the Man, Down Dog. Anyway, 21 through 40, you must have been joking around too much in school and missed this information. 41 through 60, sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Well, how very two-faced of you. That's where you're at, right at 60.
That's me.
Yeah.
All right.
61 through 80, riddle me this, riddle me that. You're smarter than the average bat.
Ah, good.
81 through 90, just like Alfred, you've gotten every pennyworth out of this trivia show today. And 91 plus, and I'll try to edit this to make it look good, but you powed those questions, zapped the competition, and kaboomed your way to the top today. Now let's celebrate with a 60s style dance break. Dun, 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 dun. So however you did,
dance break, though.
You don't, because you were only you were very two-faced. But hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're having fun. You're a good sport, and it's a good time. So put how you did in the comments. If you did better than Tyler, or if you got Stellantis right, just post that. That was a deep one. Tell Jaws don't do any more deep Michigan questions anymore.
Deep auto company lore.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyway, so that's today. Tyler, how'd it go for you? What do you think?
This game is really hard. It's really hard. And now I'm gonna watch a speed run of it to see how the hell you get past this stage 2 boss. Because I have not the foggiest idea what else you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'll put this one
All right.
away.
So what's happening next time on Game and Guess?
So next time on Game and Guess, we're going to be celebrating the start of the baseball season. And so I'm going to make Jaws play probably my favorite SNES era baseball game. We were going back and forth between a couple, but the fact that this was just released relatively recently as playable on Nintendo Switch Online, Jaws is going to be playing Super Baseball Simulator 1000.
Yeah, that's a great
Have
one.
you played this game, Jaws?
Long time ago. I just remember the weird, you get to pitch like 7 balls at once or like weird.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I'm so psyched. You get like a fireball pitch and like a bat with a star, just like, oh man. It's like played by robots or something. I don't know. Anyway, there are no real baseball players involved at all. But you get superpowers in baseball. What else could you want? So we'll be doing that to celebrate the start of the baseball season next week.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, sure. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the bell to make sure you get notified whenever we get a new episode, which is Fridays, give or take a little bit. So we've had some hiccups in our recording and editing schedule lately, but I think we are still on track going forward. And so check back Fridays for new episodes, or again, just ring the bell and you'll get notified.
That's right. Follow us on Twitter. We also post on that at Game and Guess, all spelled out. And you can also email us if you have any ideas or thoughts, or just want to say, please, no more Stellantis questions at gameandguess@gmail.com. gmail.com. On behalf of Tyler Salt here, I'm Jossum Sauce. Thanks again for watching Game of Guess, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye, everyone.